All right, let's talk about something you've probably heard a million times, cryptocurrency. It's exciting, it can be really confusing, and it's definitely changing the way we think about money. So let's try to make sense of it all in the next few minutes.
Okay, so first things first. Imagine digital money, but with no bank, no government, no one company in the middle. Is that even possible? Well, that's the whole revolutionary idea behind crypto, and it's the key to understanding everything else.
So what is it really? At its core, it's a digital currency. It only exists on computers. The big deal is that it's decentralized. No single person or group is in charge. And the crypto part, that comes from cryptography, which is just a fancy word for the super strong encryption that locks down every transaction, making it incredibly tough to fake.
Now, you've definitely heard of this one, Bitcoin. It was the original, kicking this whole thing off way back in 2009, and it was created by a person, or maybe a group of people, called Satoshi Nakamoto. To this day, nobody knows who they really are. Kind of cool, right?
So you might be wondering, how does any of this actually work without a bank to check and approve everything? The magic behind it all is a piece of tech called the blockchain.
The best way to picture the blockchain is to think of it like a public receipt book, a digital one. Imagine it's copied and shared across thousands of computers all over the world. Every time a transaction happens, it's a new line item in that book. And here's the kicker. Once a transaction is added, it can never, ever be changed. That shared, permanent record is what creates trust where there's no central boss.
Let's make this super simple. Say Alice wants to send some crypto to Bob. Her request gets bundled up with a bunch of others into a block. Now, all around the world, powerful computers called miners start racing to solve a really hard math problem to prove that that block is legit. The first one to solve it gets to add the block to the chain, and they get a little bit of new crypto as a reward. As soon as that block is added, the deal is done, and Bob gets his crypto. It's a pretty brilliant way for the network to police itself.
Okay, the tech is cool for sure, but this brings up a massive debate. Can we really call this stuff money like we think of dollars or euros? Let's take a closer look.
You know, for something to really be money, economists say it needs to do three main things. It has to be a means of payment, so you can buy stuff with it. It should be a store of value, meaning it holds its worth over time. And it needs to be a unit of account, so prices are listed in it. Right now, crypto kind of stumbles on all three. You can't buy most things with it. Its value goes on a wild roller coaster ride, and you're not seeing your grocery bill listed in Bitcoin, are you?
So what's the bottom line? Not yet. It's just not there yet. The value is way too unstable, and you simply can't use it for your day-to-day shopping. For now, it's something different.
And that brings us to the really high-stakes part of the crypto world. People often call it the Wild West for a reason. It's a new frontier with huge potential rewards, but also some very real dangers. $70,000. That's roughly how much a single Bitcoin was worth at its peak in late 2021. I mean, that number right there shows you the incredible hype and the potential upside that has pulled millions of people in. But that's only half the picture.
Because this is what happened just a couple of months later. After almost touching 70,000, the price crashed to around 35,000. That's a 50% drop. This is what volatility looks like up close. It happens because the price isn't based on things like company profits. It's almost entirely driven by hype and market feeling.
And the wild price swings are just one risk. The whole space is full of them. Scams, fake websites, hackers trying to break into exchanges. Plus, there's not much in the way of regulation to protect you like a bank would. And this is so important. You are your own bank. Your funds are protected by a private key, which is like a super password. If you lose that key, your money is gone. Just poof, forever. There's no one to call for help.
So let's just lay it all out, side by side. The pros? It's global. Could have lower fees for sending money internationally, and the tech itself is very secure. The cons? That crazy volatility we talked about, the constant risk of scams, it's really complicated for beginners, and a growing concern is the massive amount of energy that mining uses.
All right, so after hearing all of that, if you're still curious, what are the absolute, rock-solid basics you need to know before you even think about jumping in?
Let's boil it down to three simple rules. Rule 1. Do your homework. Actually understand what you're buying. Don't just follow a trend. 2. Use trusted platforms. Security has to be your #1 priority. And 3, this is the big one, be ready for the roller coaster.
Only, and I mean only invest money that you would be okay with losing completely. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Trusted sources like Consumer Reports are constantly reminding people about this. You absolutely have to be prepared for the massive ups and downs if you're going to get involved. Whew, we've covered a lot in a short amount of time. So what's the big idea here? What's the one thing you should really walk away with?
It's this. Cryptocurrency is really two different things at the same time. On one hand, it's a truly revolutionary technology that could totally change finance. But on the other hand, right now, it's also one of the riskiest, most speculative things you can possibly invest in. Both of those statements are 100% true.
And that kind of leaves us with the billion-dollar question, doesn't it? Is this the future of money as we know it? Or is it a huge, fascinating global experiment that we're all watching in real time? Honestly, nobody knows for sure yet. And that's exactly what makes this whole thing so interesting to follow. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and click on the bell icon to turn on notifications.